Hey, what's going on YouTube? Rylan here, and I just want to do a recap on all the new equipment coming out from Rogue. And as you know, the Arnold Classic basically just is winding down or wound down. I'm on the West Coast, and I think it's over now over on the East Coast. But with that being said, a lot of companies have unveiled a ton of new upcoming equipment and stuff that's available now. I'm going to go through it all with you guys, and in this episode we're just going to focus on Rogue, and I'm going to do one for all the different companies and get you guys up to speed on what's coming out. So we'll start off with Rogue's new plates, and these are basically a takeoff from, I think it was 2016, they unveiled with the Elephant Bar during a deadlift strongman competition, these machined silver plates, and they're just absolutely awesome. So everybody's been kind of talking about those, and I know myself, I've been asking Rogue to try to get some of those, and they were very hard to make. I believe they were, actually like each one of them was machined individually. So what Rogue did this year, which is really cool, is they made a premium version of the deep dish plate and basically did a copy of those original plates. So it's got the Arnold pose in the middle, and they look really cool. Right now, they're only available, I believe, in store at the Rogue store, and there is limited quantities available, but stay tuned. I think they're going to be available online soon. You can sign up on the Notify Me page, and yeah, these look awesome. I think these are going to be popular. I think people really idolize the look of these plates and what they symbolize. So that's one of the new things that just popped up recently during the weekend, and we'll go on to we'll get some pricing on this. What are these? These are $275 for a pair. Probably, obviously, plus shipping. With Rogue, you're going to be adding some shipping, maybe taxes on there. But again, nice classic look of a plate, and they're very cool. So pretty happy to see those, made in America, of course. And coming up next is the Rogue Monster Pritchett pad, and it also is available in 5/8, so you can get it in the Monster Light version as well. This pad, it made some noise on Instagram and on the social media side because it's very similar to the Sorinex Bulldog pad, and they're similar in terms of they're a pad that comes off of the rack. However, I actually kind of see them as being quite different. The way that this one works, which is different than the Bulldog pad, they're actually oriented in opposite directions. So one of them, you're leaning away from the rack, and with the Bulldog pad, you're leaning into the rack. And yes, they are similar in the way that they kind of function, but Rogue designed this, as far as I can tell from reading about it, seeing what people are talking about, it's more for landmine work, and they've actually offset the pad 2 inches over to the right so that you can still get your bar, and we're looking at it here on their website, the bar off to the side of your rack without scratching up your rack. Obviously, you need to have that clearance there. So they offset the pad. There has been some feedback on this in terms of people would have liked to have seen a little more adjustability. I do agree. I think they could have made like the pad itself swivel or adjust, and then maybe make it so you can adjust it left to right. I think there's room for adjustment there. Rogue designers might come back with an updated version, like they do as they get more feedback on these things. But it looks rock solid. It's a nice addition. If you do a lot of landmine work, this might be something that you might be interested in. So that is the Pritchett pad, and for me, it's interesting. I just don't do enough landmine work. I might pick one up. Maybe that'll get me to do more. But again, one complaint people have is, even though you're up on the pad, is the range of motion can still be limited. Anyway, okay, so moving on to Rogue's new adjustable bench. And this one has been teased a little bit. What's interesting about this is they've added the leg rollers up on the other end of the pad, and typically leg rollers on adjustable benches have been down at the short end of the bench, and Rogue I have to agree here. I think Rogue did a good job with this design. To me, this makes more sense. You can get a better incline out of it, where the other benches, you were always very limited on how much decline you can get. And I said incline, but it's really about decline when it comes with the foot pads. So good job with Rogue. I think they did a nice job with this design. And they've also apparently are coming out with a new type of vinyl pad. And as you know, Rogue's padding has been typically quite slippery, and that's been one of the complaints with Rogue. It's very durable padding, it's good quality, but people have complained maybe with some of how slippery it is. So I think Rogue's addressing that with this new padding coming out. I'm really excited to see how that's going to look. The bench itself looks super solid. Really nice features, closed ladder system, and again, when Rogue comes out with something, it's going to be very high quality stuff. So whether you need that type of decline and you need that type of the foot padding and stuff, that's up to you. I put a couple polls on Instagram to see how many people use decline that much, and I think it was about 30% use decline. Personally, I should probably do it more, but I just don't use the decline option that often. Again, this design's better, so maybe that might be something I might be interested in bringing in the gym. One benefit to this that I can see is using it for decline sit-ups. I think that would be a nice solid platform for doing that. So that's the Rogue adjustable bench. They call it the Man Array. What do you guys think about the name? I'll put that out to the comments. You guys can comment below and let me know what you think about that. So pricing on this new Rogue Man Array bench is $995. It's basically $1,000. And then if you want to add the feet rollers to it, that's another $200. And again, plus shipping and taxes on top of that. So definitely up there on price, but you're getting again, Rogue quality, and you're going to get a nice commercial type bench. Okay, moving on to Rogue's new dip bar. Now, this caused a lot of waves. As you guys know, most of you guys follow me, are also following other channels, pages, everything else. And this caused some waves because it was very similar in design to the Mutant Metals design. And hey, bud. Dad's filming YouTube. I'm filming YouTube right now. You're on the camera. No, not right now. Dad's doing YouTube. Okay, I'm back. My son he just popped in the gym here. He was looking around to see what was going on. So we were talking about the Mutant Metals similarity in this, and it's definitely understandable. You can see some of the similarities for sure. This caused a pretty good wave in the industry and mostly in the community. And Rogue reached out to Mutant Metals. I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but it's all been resolved. Everyone's happy, and there's a new product from Rogue. So this Rogue Velocidor. What do you guys think about that name and the emblem? I don't like it. I'll be honest. I think some of these names are getting a bit goofy. Things are just getting out of control. I think we need to just keep it simple. We don't need crazy names and everything. It's cool if it's a Marvel movie, but with gym gear, I'm not sure about this stuff. So the Velocidor offers adjustable widths. It's got knurled handles. That's an option, or you can get smooth. And then for what Rogue added to this is the ability to add a 7-degree incline or decline into the bars themselves. And I've got some feedback. Some people talked about that. How much does that matter? Until I actually tried, I'm not gonna say anything. But not a bad product. I mean, if you really want to go with the Mutant Metals style, you're going to be supporting a small company. Mutant Metals makes awesome stuff. I have some of their stuff in the gym. I've always been happy with it, and it's a great company to support. So, you guys choose what you want to do. Rogue's just offering this out here, and I mean, honestly, I like it. I think it looks like it's well made. The way it attaches to the rack looks really good. Now, one thing about this attaching to the rack is, if you look at it, it has 2 holes. So will this work with a rep rack? I'm guessing you're not going to get the bottom hole pinned, and the way they show it on the website, there's no pin in the bottom hole, so you're probably going to be okay. But just be aware, I might have to order one of these just to see if it will work on a rep rack. But pricing on this is $325, and then if you want to add the, well, that's with, sorry, I had it checked off already. So that's with the textured knurled handles. So pretty cool. One thing that I don't use is our dip bar. It's sitting on the ground over here. And one of the big reasons is the handles are just really wide. I don't find it really comfortable. And for that reason, it doesn't get used. This might solve that. So this is something I might be interested in for sure. So let's move on to the next new product from Rogue. And it is the Rogue Hybrid Power Bar. This one's interesting. So 28.5 millimeter. They basically took the really aggressive knurling from the Agro Power Bar, and I believe it's the Agro 2. I don't think it's the super crazy one. But this bar is kind of odd because it's a power bar, but it's 28.5 millimeters. 20 kg bar. I'm not sure who they're going after on this market, but you know, there's definitely a market for it. Now, anyway, I don't know what to say about this bar. It's not something that really gets me interested. I'm probably not going to buy one, but you never know. There's just people out there that might be looking for a 28.5 millimeter aggressive bar, and it gives them an option. So what's nice about it is, I believe this thing is stainless steel. It is. So it's a stainless steel bar, and it's got the black coating on the sleeves and the 2X. Yeah, it is the 2X Agro knurling, which I've heard good things about. I don't have it in the gym yet. I probably should get one. And pricing on it is $395 plus shipping. So not the cheapest bar, but any stainless bar from Rogue now, you're looking at about $400. So that's priced pretty good. So let's move on to another item from Rogue, and it's the Kabuki Transformer Bar. And Rogue has been, as of late, taking a lot of Kabuki's designs on some of their specialty equipment and tweaking it a little bit, making it better, you know, and improving, just small improvements, and selling them through Rogue. So really cool. As you know, Kabuki makes awesome stuff. Chris Duffin is one of the pioneers there, and the guy's incredible. All the visionary things he's come up with, we're still using today, and this was done a while ago, and you can see the industry is actually, you know, sort of evolved around some of these designs. So, you know, I've always been a big fan of Kabuki, and I'm kind of, you know, it's neat to see Rogue taking it on and manufacturing it and selling some of the products. So, you know, good option for people. One of the big drawbacks with Kabuki, which is not necessarily a bad thing for if you own the company, but there's always been a huge waiting list. So when you order something, you're definitely going to wait 6 to 8 weeks before you get it if you're lucky. So with Rogue kind of handling this is kind of good for the consumer. For us, we're going to be able to order something, probably get a bit sooner. So Transformer Bar, I have used them. I don't own one, but very versatile bar. For the people that are familiar with it, you now have the option to buy it from Rogue. So that's a new one at $7.99, and it says on the website estimated launch April 15th. So that's coming up soon. And let's go to the next thing, and this is a Rogue. Rogue's partnered basically with Woodway, who makes those curved treadmills, and they have come up with their own basically model, and they're selling that now through the website, or it will be available soon, and it prices in at $3,995. But if you're familiar with curved treadmills, and especially the Woodway brand, it's not a cheap brand, and there's a reason for that. You're getting high quality there. So you know, and it's funny, the people you talk to that have these curved treadmills swear by them, and they really like them. I know there's going to be an adjustment getting used to changing over to that, but that is something I would be interested in getting in the gym. I really like the idea of it, the physics of it. It's just a matter of $4,000. So it's not something you're just going to buy on a whim, but looks like a really nice design, and cool to see Rogue partnering up with Woodway on that. So yeah, that is it for what I've got for latest new products up and coming, and that is everything from Rogue. So I'm going to cap the video off here, and in the comments, let me know, guys, what are you guys interested in? What out of all of these are you interested in buying the most? I could have added the Cadillac bar, but it's kind of been out for a little while, so I left that one out. But I tell you what, the things that pique my interest is the deep dish plates are cool. I would love to see a set of those. And the Pritchett bar, it's interesting to me. Maybe that'll get me into doing a little more landmine work. And then the Velocidor thing, I'm interested. I'm still a big fan of Mutant Metals, though, so it's a toss-up. I'd have to really kind of think about that and see which direction I go there. But yeah, that concludes the video. We're going to get on to the next one. I'm going to talk about some things upcoming from Rep Fitness. So stay tuned for that video. Cheers. Have a good one.